I can't hear nothing you saying.
My bad. You look like you was on that tight time of the day, my guy. Can you hear me now?
You know what time it is?
Hey, look. Hold up. Do you
Right
know
off
what
the
time it
break.
is? Do you know what time it is?
I know what time it is. Do you know what? First of all,
And put it this sideways
no, putting it sideways is crazy.
for the sponsor, baby. Shout out to Full Loco, baby.
What flavor is that?
Camo. I ain't
Mine is
never drunk
racist.
big camo in my life, but
Mine is racist.
that's crazy.
I unwillingly grabbed this. I opened the door and grabbed the first thing I saw.
Bro, I don't want to even know what hood you went to get that, but it's a problem.
I'm in Duval, baby. Everything is hood.
I ain't gonna lie, I have no clue what hood you've been to be able to go there, bro. What part you live
Crazy
in?
part was I wasn't even in the hood when I got this.
For real.
Yep.
What it do? How you? That's crazy. I
Same
ain't
old
gonna lie.
big dog. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
You
New
know.
Year for sure to you, man. And happy
Oh.
first full
Hey,
local
bro. Hey,
Friday.
check me. Check me. Shout out to my brother Ty. That boy
Let
hooked
me
me up.
check out. Is that a one piece?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Yep. You know what I'm
Let me
saying? See the
check the
drip? See the
texture.
drip?
Shawty got on texture, huh,
You
man?
know what I'm saying? They just ended the season, dog. Like now we gotta do breaks in between. Like, come on, man.
You really keep up on One Piece?
Huh?
You really keep up on One Piece?
Yes.
Hell nah, boy. I
What you
love
mean?
watching the show, but I don't think I'm gonna ever. I don't think I'm gonna ever. So, I probably started watching One Piece at probably like age 16, right? I was so late on the game from age 16. It would have taken me damn near the last 14 years to be able to catch up.
To be fair, if you watch 5 episodes a day, you can catch up by April.
5 episodes a day is a lot of episodes, though, bro.
I
They
know. I'm
like
just
30
saying.
minutes, right? Are they 30 minutes?
Yeah, for the most part.
But that's 2.5 hours every day I would have to dedicate. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it wrong. If you watch 12 episodes a day, it's enough to finish before season 2 on April 5th.
12 episodes a day.
12 episodes, dog.
The Wizards just won again.
12.
Shout out to the Wizards, bro. I don't know if y'all
Hmm?
know, but that's 4 games in a row for them. They just won. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas might be. But just so everybody know, on Tuesday, January 6th, they play the Orlando Magic. They gonna get dropped off, and then 4 games after that, we gonna go play Boston again and drop them off. You know, that's just how we do.
Y'all not getting past this. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down right
We
now.
dropping everybody off, man. Orlando Magic are dropping everybody off, baby.
And outside of basketball, you know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead and knock Baltimore up out of here. Go ahead and get them boys up out.
Who? The Ravens?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, y'all just knocked Baltimore out with the last one.
No. We played them Sunday.
Mmm.
We
Okay.
literally did something stupid and lost to the Browns. I don't know why, but we're not gonna talk about that.
You
We're
want
not
to?
gonna talk about that.
You want to talk about
No,
it?
we got other things to talk about.
Yeah, after
Other than the
Sunday.
failures of Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers.
Shout out to everybody watching on Instagram too. This is actually, I'm not gonna say this is our first time going live on Instagram, but we were
I think it's
trying
our
it out as
second.
we were trying it out as a test run last week. It kind of went pretty well, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna try to stay on Instagram for a
Shout
little
out to
bit.
the media team holding it down.
Everybody that doesn't have every other platform, who doesn't have Twitch or who doesn't use YouTube.
Hey, bro, turn your mic up though.
You said turn it up.
Yeah, Marcus said you sound slightly low. Either get closer or turn that bit up.
Nah, you
He said
told
it
me that.
sounds like compression, which I kind of agree.
What does it sound like now?
That's better.
Better. Okay. All right, that's perfect because we were trying to figure it out. This is actually my first time setting up on the computer with like the studio mic and everything. So
Oh
it
yeah,
is
because
a
you was doing
compressed.
everything from your phone at first.
Yeah, because so it is a compressed mic. So that kind of does make sense that it had some compression on it.
Shout out to Progress. That boy stepping up. Let go.
Man, I had to get like you, my guy.
Yeah, I ain't got look. I got a regular camera mic. Amazon, big dog.
It should look good though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's a good camera. It's a 1080p. Like I'll send you the link to it. Cause you know.
Right.
So you using the camera off of your laptop itself, or you got an actual camera?
No, so I'm actually using a Logitech. I'm using a Logitech
Gotcha.
camera right
Okay.
now. I
True.
don't know
True.
what brand Logitech it is, but it's Logitech. That's all that matters to me. I don't know too much other than that. I know that it looks like this. Does it look decent?
It's good. It's just the lighting in the background kind of like blur beaming off of you.
Oh, you know what? We did say something about that when we were doing like lighting checking and all that shit the other day, and that was one thing we thought
It's
about.
like right where your camera is, bro. It's like aiming right at the light bulb.
Mm. Go
You
ahead.
would have to like lean in. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but
Yeah, I can see it. I already know what you're talking about. You
like
about to see
you
it when
look
you
like
take
the
the picture.
second coming. I just want you to know that.
I am.
No Diddy.
Welcome.
This.
Welcome.
In other news, how was your New Year's, big dog?
I ain't gonna lie, it was good, man. I went over to my buddy's house in VA. That was
Okay.
good. We got a hotel. We kind of explored ourselves a little bit in the hotel. Had some fun there. We had some fun at my buddy's house. Drank a little bit. Vibed out. Kind of had a good thing going for us. It wasn't too bad, man. I can't complain, to be honest with you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I definitely cannot complain, to be honest with you. How about you? What did you do?
Went out to a dinner party slash Met Gala. You
I
know.
seen that. Hey, look. I wish we can pull. Can we pull the
Hey,
clip up of Jay's fit? Of Jay's fit
hey, bro,
for
chill out.
fucking New Year's? Man?
Hey, chill.
Jay had that shit on, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Hey, bro.
I'm not gonna try to pull it up for you for sure.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
not do
coming.
that.
It's coming.
You
Just
know what
get
I'm
it 2
saying?
minutes. It'll
Like,
play. Is that better?
yeah, the light's way better.
For sure. That's what I figured. Thank you.
But yeah, man. Yeah, me and my lady went out there. It was dope. You know, it was real elegant, real classy. You know what I'm saying? They had some good food. Everything seemed real chill. And then all of a sudden, the liquor started hitting, and everybody just turned it. It just got crazy after that. But it was good. It was like ratchet. It was like classy ratchet.
Go find that picture and post it in chat.
Bro, please don't find the picture.
Go find that picture and post it in chat for me, please.
Um,
Or DM it to us. DM it to us on Instagram. I have it on the screen in 30 seconds from the point that you did it on the screen. I ain't gonna lie. Tell me about that fit though. No funny. I'm gonna give you some. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you your flowers. That shit was fly. You know what I'm saying?
I
But I
appreciate
do
it. I
want to
appreciate it.
know what garment was that?
Believe it or not, that was Fashion Nova.
What?
That was Fashion Nova.
That shit was tough. I'm not gonna lie.
He said, "Cuz had that shit on." Hey, shout out.
That's what I'm saying. You did have that. That's why I told him to go find that shit. Oh, phone ringing. That's why I told him to go find that shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of tough, bro. And you did you already you were going to like an event like that?
Yeah, so I found it like maybe literally a week in advance.
Hmm.
I was just scrolling on Eventbrite and was just like looking at just because I'm tired of doing the club stuff. I do that every year, get a section, VIP, all that. I was like, let me try something different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm trying to be on some more adult kick, laid back vibes. So, it was good. We had a good time. It was chill. For Florida, it was cold. It was 36 degrees that night. So,
Where'd you end up going for the night though? I mean, yeah, obviously you went out, but like, where'd you go?
it's a restaurant called Refinery Jack's. It's right out in Jack's Beach. Um,
Mm.
really, really nice spot. Really nice spot. Like it's real elegant. Something you can do even as a romantic dinner date. But they got like different sections of the restaurant. So they got like a lounge area in the front that's like a bar setting. They got a patio outside where all your cigar smokers and stuff, and they got a separate bar outside in the patio area. And then you got the upstairs that's like the fine dining, and then on the main floor that's more of like a kickback restaurant type of vibe, bar, open bar, and all that stuff.
Right.
So
So
it
tell me
was
about.
overall dope.
Now I
I
was
definitely
gonna
go
ask you.
back.
I was gonna ask you one more. Tell me about the shoes.
Oh, that's no Adidas.
You had those Adidas on.
Mm-hmm. The
So
Adidas
listen,
casuals.
I ain't gonna lie. The chat betrayed you. The chat betrayed you, and they sent me the picture into my DMs, dog. Can
Wait,
you put
who?
the
Oh
picture on the
God,
screen?
chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out.
I ain't gonna lie, the chat betrayed you and put the picture on my DMs. Let me see if I can
Who
put that.
set me up, bro?
Check your man out, yeah. Check your man out for New Year's, man. Chat, what we rating this fit? That nigga got the daisies in the corner. Look, he thought about this fit. He was like, "Yeah, get the
Bruh.
daisies, bro. Get the A daisies, bro. Check the fit out, man.
Hey, it was smooth though. Hey, I got a lot of compliments on that. I don't care, bro.
Nah, this is flat out. I
It
ain't
was
gonna hold
lit.
you. This is flat out, man. You brought the New Year straight, man. This was flat out. I ain't gonna hold you.
I appreciate it. I had to flex, dog. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
had to.
man. Shout out CEO right here, man. He's a real deal boss shit this day, man. Shout out him.
Shout out to the
Man,
chat for putting me on, man. I like the
yeah,
support.
I ain't gonna get him too much, man. Look, he said it ain't nothing wrong with it. Just job fly. I'm telling you, that was a fit.
I appreciate it, big dog. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Your boy be trying to crack jokes, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, you might need to pull that fit back out, yeah. I think that
Shout out
look
to the old
job.
lady, man. She took good pictures. Took good
It
pictures.
be 1930 gangster vibe. Ooh.
I fuck with that. I
Yeah,
low key,
look.
I was trying to see if I could find the hat to go. You know what I'm saying? Try to find that old top hat, but
Would you go top hat or would you go Kango? Is
mm,
Kango too far? Kango might be
mm.
too far.
Either that or you can't go wrong with fedora.
You're right. You can't go wrong with fedora.
A good fedora would have went crazy too.
Yeah, would have. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Good fedora would
But
have. But nah, that's good,
honestly, the
man.
vibe was good for what I had. You know what I'm saying? It was, we looked good, felt good overall. Oh, we cracking that bit on it.
I thought yours was already open. That's why I did that. Mel B, I was
Mel
just watching
B,
today. That's
Happy
crazy.
New Year.
If y'all don't know, so you can correct me. I don't know if it's Sunday to Saturday or Sunday to Sunday, but Monday through Friday, I always catch her like first thing in the morning. I'd be like on the way to work or whatever in my truck, and she'll pop up on my Lux radio joint, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll be her going live. And bro, she has some of the craziest facts on her show. Like a lot of what she does is like world news. It's not just like U.S. news or like DC news or
Okay.
anything like that.
Putting the
I ain't gonna
people
lie, it's
on.
kind of tough. So if y'all don't know about Mel B, Morning Kickstart, definitely check her out on Lux Radio. That shit is tough.
Lux Radio for sure.
That shit is tough. I'm not gonna lie. We'll go check her out. And if you're not subscribed to exactly Monday through Friday, I'm telling you, she gonna put you onto some game. You know what I'm saying? She a good way to wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I pair her with Marvin Sapp every morning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good, buddy. Never. It's crazy to sing that, right?
Woulda. Let me stop. Hey,
Made it.
I just
You gotta tell me. Okay, hold on. So let me first give y'all a description, right? Because neither one of these have a standard description as far as what flavor it is. Mine is camo. His is jungle juice. Does yours say anything about a flavor on the back or anything like that?
Bruh, the first thing that I see in big words is government warning. Oh, bruh. No.
Listen, the first thing I see on the back of mine, yeah, like you said, the same is government warning. According to the, I'm not gonna read that. You know what I'm saying? We're not
Yeah,
here
we're
for
not
that.
gonna read that, but
I don't want to read that. But it doesn't have any. It doesn't have any
it just
type of.
says premium artificial flavors. Like, so
Yo, yo, y'all want me to tell you something crazy? I've never realized that it's technically about 5 servings in this can.
13.9% alcohol.
It's like it's 5 servings inside of this can, and we be
Remember, they
banging
used
this
to
on.
have 16 in
That's
here,
crazy.
but it tastes worse.
You're right. Them
It
16, them
tastes like it's.
16%.
I think they lied on the can. I don't think it's 13.9. I think it's like 21.
Yeah, I don't think they 16 was 16. No, I think it was 50.
Probably. But shout out to Four Loco, bro. They've been getting us lit since 2008.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's a great sip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna make it seem like I don't have like other choices. I like Douce too. Douce is good. Sometimes when I don't have a choice, I'll drink Hen Dog. But realistically, I'm not gonna lie. Like Four Loco is the perfect like all around drink to me, right? It's just as good as like a pre-mixed beverage, right? It's
Right.
just as good as throwing anything with anything, you know what I'm saying, in one can,
Now,
right?
I will say I can mix this with some punch or like different like Hawaiian punch flavors, bro, and make something out of it.
And have it even
Throw a
better.
little sour mix in there, some orange bitters. You know what I'm saying?
What you know about orange bitters, yeah?
Come on now, you know me.
What you know about orange
You know me.
bitters? Yeah?
but
That might be good. But nah, yeah, I feel like you can mix it. Even if you don't want to drink it straight out the can, it's almost like, what do they call it? Like flavored liquor or whatever. Like when you buy like the different flavors,
yeah,
it's just more potent. You know what I mean?
it's that alcohol content definitely changed the
Yeah,
flavor of.
yeah, it's just more potent. But I'll say this one is pretty good. What does yours taste like if you had to describe it?
I've been trying to figure that out this whole time because I knew you was gonna ask me that, and I literally have nothing.
I don't know. I'm
I
gonna go.
just feel like I'm drinking battery acid with sugar.
That's crazy.
I feel like I'm drinking battery acid with sugar. But no funny though. It does. I do taste like it's like a tropical punch in a sense.
Okay.
Um, but it's definitely like more. It's more of like a cherry taste in it.
Mine is more like a mango.
I'm about to Google it to be honest with you, because I feel like that is not smart for me to be drinking something that I don't know what I'm drinking. Like I'm 21.
Let me see.
But so what's your goals and aspirations for the new year while I search this up? Let's get down to it. What
My goals and aspirations for the new year. Hmm. In what way? Like, do you mean like you just mean overall, like a few
Yeah,
that
just
I've
like
set?
overall plans. I mean, we had a good 2025, It was for me, I had a lot of life lessons and a lot of humbling moments, a lot of reminders. Um, just overall like what is your plans, to do better this year and, maybe take a step forward versus what you did last year or what you didn't do last year?
I mean,
Are you trying to travel more? You know what I'm saying? Are you studying something? I mean, even just outside of us growing the podcast, like deep down, you know, what are you doing to push forward in the new year?
really, man, I'm just trying to take my time with everything God gives to me. I think this year I'm
Okay,
trying to learn to trust in Him a little bit more and lean
that
less on
part.
myself. I think a lot of the times last year I made decisions that were selfish, not because I only thought about myself, but because I didn't take the Word of God into factor when I made my decisions. And I think that kind of was selfish of me to not, ask my Creator for permission on the things that I did. And I think a lot of the things that I did failed because I didn't go through the Lord with the situation. So I think this year, really, what I want to do is just trust in God more with everything around me and make sure that I lean more into Him instead of onto myself. Um, that's like just more like a spiritual goal.
Right.
Uh, Thank you, I appreciate that. That's more just like of a spiritual goal. Um, as far as physical, I want to stay in the gym. I kind of been in and out of the gym. I'll go hard for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then I'll like fall off. And I've been in the gym probably a total of like 2 months or 3 months out of the last year. So I've been in the gym, but I just haven't been
Consistent.
consistent on a plan to where like I can get a diet down packed and to where I can get anything. Because
Hmm.
I'm not really looking to cut weight. I'm just looking to shape weight. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's not two phases. It's just one phase onto like what I got to do and then just executing it.
Okay.
Um, as far as my job, man, I want to be able to step up in my job, but I know it's not going to be this year. So, like with my job, I kind of just want to put my best foot forward, right? And then figure out a way to save more when it comes to that. I think a lot of times that's a lot of our problem is that like, we go to our job, we make our money, boom, you get your paycheck, right? You might get a $2,000 paycheck. You already in your
Right.
mind know where 1,000 is going, right? It be going to like bills and stuff like that that you got to do. Boom, you'll throw that 1,000 to that, and then you'll have two or three things in your mind that take away 800 of the rest of that other 1,000, and then you be sitting there with $200 after 4 days, like,
Right.
damn, where did all that go? You get what I'm saying? So just slowing down and really having a better thought process financially. I know a lot of people around me that either have been either great at saving or absolutely terrible, and I kind of just try to take advice from both, because the people that are really really terrible at it understand the failure of it, but the people
Right.
that are great at it understand the method that can help them. So you kind of need both to be able to put yourself in a predicament where you know how to save and how to grow. And like you said, I want to be able to travel more. I definitely want to get out of the country. I want to be able to experience other countries as far as like what they're going through. Like I want to go to other countries and see what their struggle looks like. I want to see what poverty looks like for them. And praise God that I don't get to anything violent, but I really want to go see what it looks like for other people. You know what I mean? Obviously, I want to see the ups. You know, obviously, you want to go to, uh, uh, let's talk about Jamaica because they just had the hurricane not too long
Okay.
ago. I
Yeah.
want to go places like Jamaica, and obviously, I want to go to tourist places where I can have fun and hee gaga, you know. But I also want to be able to go to like where people were truly affected by the hurricane and see what that looks like and what they need as far as help. You know, just travel, get to know shit. Because I mean, a lot of it, and I'm not gonna lie, was inspired by, like I was saying, the podcast that they doing in the morning, the Mel's B morning kickstart. Like she's really talking about like the whole world, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I promise you, you can listen into like one of her shows, right? Or even go back to her shows that's on YouTube and just listen to one of them, right? You'll be like, bro, you don't even know where she's from because she's talking about everywhere, right? And then there'll be stuff that you never even think is going on, stuff you never heard of that might affect us later, that might be affecting us now, and you don't know about it. And I ain't gonna lie, that kind of inspired me to be like, you know what? I think I want to hop out there and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my
Right.
big thing. And then the biggest picture of all, well, is the faith thing. But the biggest picture to me outside of that would be digging deeper into the car scene this year. I don't necessarily want to go to car meets because car meets to me nowadays are kind of, I don't want to say the word ruined because I don't want to feel disrespectful by what I'm saying, but car
This
meets
is
now,
past our time.
they're mostly just bangers. And I'm not going to no banger meet. You know what I'm saying? I'm too grown for that. I'm not going to no banger meet where people are getting run over by cars, where feds are pulling up. Like I'm just not on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got time for
Respect.
that. You know, so but I do want to, every car show that I see, I do want to get a chance to try to do that. Even if I'm just taking quick flights out for the weekend to go see a car show, review it, take some videos, bring them back, run some edits. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's just that small, I want to be able to, you know, get a chance to do that, and hope that everybody in the chat and you and everybody around me would join in the same, because I think we all need to get out more and have a bit of fun. You know what I mean?
Factuals. I respect
Yeah,
all that, big dog.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll go right here with it.
yeah. Off the dome. I'm the real Wayne,
You ruined it, soiled it.
nigga.
But
So
no,
how
that
about you? What you think about for this year?
I mean, I'm kind of on the same wave as you. As crazy as you, the first thing you talked about was the spiritual journey, because that's like towards the end of the year of every year, I kind of sit down with myself on the, like the last week and kind of just reflect on life,
Mm-hmm.
reflect on what I've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. What can I do to elevate myself, elevate the people around me?
For sure.
Um, and one of the first main things that I've always realized, and I tell myself I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna fix it, and I just procrastinated. It's definitely my relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure. I feel that.
my little cousin had her 30th birthday, a couple weeks ago, and she's big in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's big. So it was just, I went to that birthday dinner. I mean, a birthday brunch. Ended up talking to like the pastor and stuff like that. One of the young guys there, he's a pastor there, and we were just kind of going back and forth and stuff. And I realized, like how me and you used to go to Bible study and stuff, at
Yeah.
Chayton's house.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, that's the last time I really like, really dug into, the word for real, because I stopped going to church a long time ago. I prefer Bible study. I feel like it's more intimate. I feel like, you get more out of it. It's more one-on-one with a smaller group. And I was telling him that, what I'm saying, and he respected that. He was like, look, man, just come out to the church one day, just give it a chance. And I was like, it's not that I'm against it. It was better for me and what I had going on. But
Right.
I definitely told myself I got to get back. I got to get back right. I still pray. What I'm saying, I still talk to the big man upstairs, and I'm still grateful for everything that I go through. Um, so first and foremost, that's my first step into the new year is just kind of just rebuilding that relationship.
For sure.
Um, Second and foremost, like you said, finances, saving up for a house, trying to, get out into the real world and really just like pinch down on what I want to do. Um, Having apartments and rentals and stuff is cool, but at some point, for me personally, I want to have my own yard. I want to have people over for a cookout. What I'm saying? I want to, have game night. I want to have, just a night in the garage working on the car and the homies come over. What I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
All those things that I've been telling myself for the last couple of years is like really put my foot down and make it happen. Last year, I focused on fixing my credit, taking care of stuff, and I'm glad that I did that. And I thank God for the position that I was able to snap back in and be able to make those things happen and make complete that goal. So that's great. And then of course, travel more, getting the car and stuff together. I personally, I won't be doing too many shows and stuff like that as much as I would like to right now. I think I kind of want to just
Car
step
shows.
out into the world and kind of just venture out and see what's out there.
Right. For sure.
It's just like car shows and stuff. The car stuff will always be there. What
For
I'm
sure.
saying? But the opportunity to go fly overseas and stuff, we don't know what's gonna happen. One day it could all just stop.
That's true.
What I'm saying? So it's like there's a few places on my list that I would like to go to. Um, promises that I made to myself, promises that I made to people who's no longer here that I'm gonna live for them, in the best way possible that I can. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. You know, Definitely I'm going on a cruise this year. I know that for sure.
What type of cruise you trying to go on? Like out of the country, or are you trying to go on like one of
I'm trying to
those?
get ratchet, dog. I'm trying to go on a carnival now. I'm playing.
Ah, that's crazy.
Nah,
That's
for real, I want to do Icon of the Seas, dog. I want to do. My brother went on it, and he
okay.
was like, it was amazing. It was
Really?
amazing. So, me personally, I feel like that would be a great first cruise that because I haven't been on a cruise since I was like maybe 9. Right. I haven't been on no cruises in my adult life, so I know it's gonna be a totally different experience versus me just chilling at the pool in the arcade.
The reason I kind of made that face at the same time, I'm gonna be honest. I've never been on a cruise.
I've been meeting a lot of people that's never been on one, but like our background and our dynamic, bro.
Yeah, it's
It
not.
happens.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel
You
that.
know what I'm saying? It's just but now we're at that age where we can do everything that we wasn't able to do when we were younger. What I'm saying? That's the
Correct.
one thing, our parents, gave us that foundation for us to be like, boom,
Correct.
you know, I was
No.
able to do this, this, and this. Now
Hmm.
you can go and do this, go live your best life.
Right. Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
I kind of take those opportunities serious. So yeah, man. I mean, so it sounds like we're going on a cruise this year.
Listen, you want to go on when you tell me? I'm willing.
Hey, look, May
I ain't
11th,
got
dog.
no record.
May 11th is my birthday. I'm finding something around that time.
May 11th.
Shout out to Marcus, man. And boy, trust the Holy Spirit to lead you through the thick and thin. Absolutely.
Tell you.
Absolutely.
Tell you.
'Cause, boy, I was into the thick of it. Boy, this year, guy. 2025 was, I think, honestly, 2025, I think was a humbling moment for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people that, that our generation is like so stuck on like stepping away from God overall. We got people that's deep into the universe and fate and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, don't lose sight of, what's in front of you for real, for real. And we tend to ignore that. So, I feel like everybody went through their own character development arc to where some of us hit a certain low or like a certain plateau of where it's like you had no choice but to look in the mirror and question yourself and your spiritual strength. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
for real.
everything that we was pushing through is like that's that reminder. You gonna need him as much
Yeah,
as you may feel like you don't. He
yeah.
and if you let him in, he gonna be there. So
No,
you
that's a
know.
fact.
But yeah, man, 2026 is gonna be a good year. Favorite memory. Favorite memory in 2025. What you got?
Damn, that was a random question I didn't expect to answer. Uh, in 2025, my favorite memory. Uh, I'm gonna be honest. Probably get.
That
I
that
didn't really.
this top two. That would be my number two right there.
Number two, yeah, Gat might be number two. Gat might be number two.
It's always good when we all able to link up for real, for real. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And Gats never let us down.
I think number one would probably be. I saw a lot of family members this year that I haven't got to see
Hmm.
like throughout a couple years. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
So individually seeing them, hearing from them. I mean, like every day really feels like my favorite memory. But overall, every time that this year I saw a family member that I haven't seen in a while, all those add up to being like my best memory. You know what I'm saying?
respect.
All those add up to me on my best memory. And then Gad is probably number two because that's to me that's the memory of seeing like most of my friends in one spot. Like I have
Right,
some friends that don't go to Gad obviously, but like a major friend group that we all hung out with each other, hanging around when
right,
we were getting older, like really in our like teenage years. Like you guys were who I was hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to see all of y'all at Gat, everybody getting their build the way they wanted or build not going the way they wanted and just still having a good time. Like no matter how it was, it's a fun memory. You know what I'm saying? How
that's
about you? What
facts.
did you feel like was the best thing? I know you said
Uh,
Gat was number two.
yeah, Gat was my number two. Same thing. It's always good being able to chop it up with y'all. You know, people that I don't get to see all the time or people I don't get to talk to. And every time we link up, it's like boom, none of us ever skip a beat.
Definitely.
We make the best of it. Number one for me, best memory was probably the last cookout that my family had right before my grandmother passed. Both of my little brothers moved back from Texas, this year. Um, and it was the 1 year anniversary of my grandfather's passing.
Mm,
So my little brother was like, "Hey, let's do a cookout for him." You know what I'm saying? Get everybody together. And it was family members that I haven't seen in years. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And of course my grandma was there. So she got to see all her grandkids and great grandkids. Her brothers and sisters that she haven't seen in a while. Nieces, nephews. I mean, it was just everybody was together. And it was a good time. We made the best of it. The kids had a bounce house. They on the trampoline. It's kind of it's kind of surreal seeing the younger generation is like that was us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just like I know for my grandparents and stuff, it's kind of just like seeing that and just seeing what you created.
For
It
sure.
goes a long way. So
For
it was
sure.
good to enjoy that moment with everybody. Like I said, we got family photos and stuff, and it was unfortunate that she decided to go home. So I cherish those moments that we had, uh that last cookout. So yeah, that was definitely a big memory for me. And I'm sure like my mom and everybody feels the same way.
So who all was there? I know you said a couple cousins. I know you said
Yeah, it
obviously.
was some of my cousins that I haven't seen in a minute. Of course, my brothers. They was there. Um, like I said, all the grandkids and great grandkids. My two of my aunts, two of my like great cousins and stuff like that. My uncle, we haven't seen him in forever.
Okay.
which is crazy because we all live in the city. So um, it was a big group of people. It was a big group of people.
Okay.
We filled that house up.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You know,
That's not too bad.
grandma was happy to see everybody, and my uncle was happy to be there and see people he hasn't seen in years. So it was a wonderful moment.
That's how it is kind of for me for like so for us as a family, we kind of do Easter.
Hmm.
What do we do? Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas is kind of like the big three for us. Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas is like our big three.
Hmm.
Um, Easter isn't as big as the other two, but like it's still Resurrection Sunday is what we do, not necessarily Easter, but Resurrection
Okay.
Sunday. Um, and then Thanksgiving is good, but Christmas for us, I think this is my first time my girl finds out. Like Christmas for us is like the biggest event we have because that's when we kind of have like the nieces, the nephews, the cousins, the what I mean, everybody who knows everybody in the family kind of comes. So it ends up being like more people, and I think that's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it ends up being a really good vibe. We don't do too many like cookouts. Like I'll cook out like in my crib or whatever in the backyard and invite people, but
Right.
usually if we do cookouts, what I will say is my girl's family does really really good cookouts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, they do really good cookouts. And every time we go there, they've got plenty of alcohol, they have plenty of food. I've never complained. I tell you what, that's all I need. That's all
Okay.
I literally need.
Well, I feel like this year is going to be absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, for
Of
sure.
course, it's going to be trials and tribulations along the way, but
Well,
everybody, has their way of getting through it. Put God first and foremost, and
for sure.
I feel like it's going to be a lot of positive changes for a lot of people's lives this year. You
Okay.
know, but yeah. So, what
So
we
yeah, we
diving into first, my boy?
man, we can keep going into the New Year topic. We can keep on with that for a while, right? You PC, right? You on PC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We can keep going for a little while for like the New Year and everything's fine. Um, and I want to ask the people in the comments too, because I love how you guys are being interactive on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube. What do you guys feel? I'm gonna do three, right? But you guys can do one, you can do two, you can do however many you want to. What lesson did you get last year in your life that you feel like you need to remember? Like you need to tattoo that in your mind and take it with this year. Like what are like three big lessons that you learned? And they don't have to be like in any type of category. They can be anything. You could have learned a freaking trick in a video game that might take you to the next level if that's you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let Jay answer first. What couple of things did you learn last year that you feel like are really gonna help you elevate to what we talked about earlier, which are your goals, right? Um, and what will you do? We actually have one on the Instagram comment. Hold on, let me read the Instagram real quick. You cannot control people. People are too complex. They're gonna do what they want at the end of the day, and we must accept that. Hey, listen, that's a fact. That's
That
a
that
fact.
is actual facts.
That's a fact. I mean, Steve Harvey said something just to go with that Sky Kid, just to let you know. Steve Harvey said something along the lines of, "You never want to trust people to be who you want them to be. You have to expect them to be who they already are." Meaning that just because in your mind, right? Listen, just listen. Just because in my mind,
Lock
I'm
in,
gonna
brother.
be 3 feet taller, right? Don't mean it's just gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I gotta trust that every morning that I wake up, I'm gonna be the same height. You know why? Because that's what I'm made to be, right? I can't wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, my shoe size yesterday was 12, but today it's gonna be 8. As crazy as those things sound, it's as crazy as we sound as people when we say things like, oh, this person is gonna be who I want them to be. This person is gonna do this for me. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some good shit. If somebody's gonna change in their own life, just know it's gonna be for themselves and the Lord. Those are the only reasons that people are gonna change for anybody in life. It's never gonna be for you.
Honestly, to piggyback off of that, it's like, and don't burn yourself out trying to save everyone, to try to force everyone to, to change. Even if you feel like the change that you're pushing on them is to better themselves, people can only do what they want to do.
For
I
sure.
mean, the most basic saying that has the most weight is you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. And we also got to stop watering dead roses. You know what I'm saying? You got to. It's
Pull the
only so
picture
much you
back
can
up
do
with
for
the
people.
flowers beside him.
Huh?
I said pull the picture back up with the flowers beside you. Pull the picture. You can't
Hey,
water
chill out.
those. Them things done. You can't water those. But like you said, that's true. I mean, the comments they say
But it's
true
just
friends love you unconditionally.
that
That's a
part.
fact. That's a fact, and that every person you meet does not have your best interests at heart. That's a fact.
Whew.
That's
I got a few reality checks on that one last year. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Tell me about it. It don't got to be detailed, but just what the number
No,
two
just people that you meet. You know what I'm saying? Okay, for one, I work on cars.
for sure.
I work on trucks. I work pretty much. If it got an engine or it's electric, I can work on it. And I've learned that a lot of people, that I meet are meeting me with conditions. Like their friendship comes with conditions.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? People would be cool with me for a little bit, get to know me a little more, and then, they hit me up, hey, how's life? Whatever, whatever. So my car is doing XYZ. I know, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I
what
ain't
really
talked to you in about 3-4 months.
you hear
You
me.
ain't asked me how I was doing, if I ate today, did I drink water?
It be them joints right there.
What? The whole car stuff? Yeah, man. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's crazy.
It be to hit you up. I had somebody do that to me not too
That's
long
what
ago.
Wally been trying to say.
Whenever,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Wally been trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I had somebody hit me up a while ago, and my girl was laying right there. And the crazy part was, it wasn't even the person. It was like the person's parent. Hit me up or whatever, and it was like,
What?
I, right? It was like so weird, and it's like the reason it was crazy to me is because like I never even talked to that person anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would be good to talk to that person, like they said hi here or there, you know what I'm saying, just to know that everything good. But we don't talk. Like I'm talking about, we probably haven't talked in like the past, bro, 6 years, 7 years. Like I'm talking about it's
Right.
been that long, right? Like not a single message. And they hit me up and they were like, "Hey, just checking in to see how you are." Woo woo. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. Appreciate talking to you." Mind you, this is their parent, so I'm really looking like I'm really thinking it's about to be one of their messages. You get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm really nervous. That's why I'm kind of still
He
like
was like, wait,
going
what's
with.
going on?
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of nervous. That's why I keep commenting. And then I get to the joint where it's like, "Do you have 50?" And I just stopped. I just stopped, and I was like, "Bro, it's no way we've gotten down to me on the list." You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
to piggyback off of what she said, the people that you meet, it's really about judging that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I'm talking about like the new people, because like we both have the experience of wanting to get into the world more in this next year, right? And explore that a little more, right? But it's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna attach to us because you might have great energy, and they might be like, "Oh, this is a good dude" or whatever. Ooh, they'll attach to you,
And
but
they
they'll
drain that
also
energy
attach to
from
your
you, bro.
assets. You get what I'm saying? A simple "Hey, how you doing?" don't hurt nobody with no. You get what I'm saying? Just say hi
Facts.
sometimes. Just say hi. Just say hi. Just send a meme. Listen, that's what I do with all my niggas. I just send them memes, bro. I send them memes. They send me memes. A lot of the times, I be down and I'll go and scroll through Eric Eric's Instagram messages that he sent me, and I'd be like laughing like shit, and he'll like randomly get 30 messages from me because I'm responding back to all the joints that he sent me. You get what I'm saying? Because we haven't talked in a while, or
That boy be cracking me up, boy. He be sending me
bro,
some
he be
crazy
funny
stuff.
as fuck. Eric be funny as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna
The
lie.
boy be like, President Marley, we gotta drop the
Yeah,
bombs on him. I be like, send
it's
it.
hilarious. I mean, but I got plenty of friends like that where it's like, you want to stay connected, but you don't want it to always be about what can I do for you and what can you do for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you want. Now watch this. I feel like it's better to have people that meet you that want to be attached to you because they just genuinely want to support you and they don't want to have anything taken from you.
Right.
Now mutual support is much easier. You get what I'm saying? Mutual support is you know what I'm saying? That's asking nothing of me. You know what I'm saying? That's asking nothing of me. But like you said, I mean, you don't want people to come in with ill will, thinking like, oh, I'm about to betray this person or I'm about to take everything I can from this person. You know what I mean? Like I think friendship. I think all relationships, no matter if it's friendship, business. So this goes for people that got bosses at work that you feel like they getting the most of you. You need to get the most of them too. I feel like all relationships should be equal and they should be fair. You know what I'm saying? You should all be supporting each other because you should both want each other to win. You know what I mean?
No, that's big dubs. That's big dubs.
But
I
what
got
else did you learn?
my homeboy. He's watching.
Okay.
He sent me one. He had ended up getting a phone call, but he said one of the lessons that he learned this year is that everything that glitters isn't gold. He was like, yeah, stuff look good, but that don't mean it's valuable. And he said the second one is to always pay attention to the company you keep. A smiling face isn't always a friendly one. Some of the people we keep around us be smiling, but whole time planning our downfalls. That
Mm,
boy spitting facts.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like did we all get backdoored last year or something?
I told, bro, I said 2025 was so. Look, if you was any type of person that was on your, on your stuff, and you elevating yourself, you building yourself, and you constantly working towards something, you got a mission, you got to go. It's only right that we're going to gravitate people, you know what I'm saying, that not necessarily follow us, but they watch what we do, and they want to be able to imitate that, you know what I'm saying,
For
or
sure.
be around good energy, because like he said, you are the company that you keep. You hang around, millionaires and businessmen and people that's like minded, eventually you can work your way up there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it's just like it's only right that a lot of us, especially, people with our mindsets, we got a lot of, homeboys or a lot of, old associates that from that old lifestyle it hasn't clicked for them yet. They watch what we do, they stay close enough to feel that energy and to be, motivate themselves to want to work as hard as we do and build up, but they don't take the necessary steps to do so. But at the same time, you got hardworking people, me and you, boom. We get up, we go to work, we do what we gotta do, come back home. You know what I'm saying? We grinding for something. And you
Right.
got the homeboy that's hitting you up on a Wednesday night at 11:30. Hey, I got a table at the club, bro. Pull up. Come on, bro.
Right. It's got to be more.
Like you done called out of work 2 nights in a row, but you out here turning up at the club. Come on, bro.
It's got to be more.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta watch the people you keep around you. And then when you elevate yourself and some of those people around you, that's staying stagnant where they're at, you kind of start distancing yourself, not on purpose, because half the time it's just life. You on a
For sure.
mission, you on the
For
grind.
sure.
You ain't got time to pull up on them and go smoke and chill in front of the green box all night.
Hmm.
People start feeling some type of way. Dang, bro, don't even come around no more. He don't even hang out with us no more. He on some funny stuff now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
it all gravitates to that, to where people start feeling like you fake.
For sure.
So that moment of wanting them to see you win and be around that, now they distancing themselves and they kind of like just, plotting on your humble moment. Oh, he need to be humble. It just happened that way.
That time.
You got to be able to support the people around you, you know, but you can't make anyone else do something they don't want to do. And that's one of my things this year. I'm not backpacking no more people, bro. I'm not backpacking no more people.
Yeah.
Like
You
it's
got to
either
learn
A,
to
we
be.
gonna work as a unit, you know what I'm saying, and build up together, motivate each other, you know what I'm saying. Granted, most of my circle is like that, but there were a few people that I tried to hang on to based on the past,
Mm-hmm.
and the ties I have with them, and I want to see them win. I want to see them do well, but I can't make them do anything they don't want to do. If they
For
stuck
sure.
in a certain loop, who am I to yank them up out of that? Because they just go right back. So between that, and I'm definitely saying no a lot more this year. The power of no is real heavy.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna hurt for me because I love helping everybody. I want to see everybody win. I want to be able to, look at them and be like, you know what? I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? We did this together. I can't do that no more because I weighed myself down too much last year, holding on to those things. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Oh, you be on Saturday, bro? Oh, Snatched and Savage. Yeah, I do be catching your
oh,
show on
Snatch and
Saturdays.
Savage, yeah.
I do be catching your show on Saturdays. How you feeling today, brother? And Mel, we're always on the side of supporters. I don't care what people do. I don't care what it looks like. For
Mm,
me, okay, so boom. Let me tell you one of the lessons that I learned. I learned a couple lessons.
definitely
One,
growing up.
we can keep we can that part is definitely called growing up. One lesson I learned that kind of plays on that too. Never be so humble that you play yourself out your own position.
That part.
Right? Now, I'm not telling you to not be humble, right? And obviously, I'm not really telling you anything because I have no doctor's degree. So this is all opinions, right? I feel like a lot of the times in life, we play ourselves so humble, like, oh, nah, it's good, bro. Oh, nah, it's good. I'm not that great at this. I'm not that. I ain't gonna hold you. There's something in life, right, that you're genuinely amazing at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like everybody who's watching this right now, there's something right now in life that you're genuinely amazing at, and the only reason that you're not shining in it is because you're being too humble about the situation, not understanding that that's God's gift to you that you need to pour your all into.
Talk that talk.
Don't be that humble. Stay humble, but also listen when you see what people are saying to you. If people keep talking to you and they be like let's say you 6'5", right, and people keep telling you, bro, you can ball, bro, you can ball, bro, you can ball, and you go all your years and you never play basketball, whose fault is it? It's yours. It's yours. If people keep telling you time after time and time, oh, you can sing, you can sing, you can sing, you can sing, and you keep doing stuff like 1, 2, 3, release them, singing at fucking funerals and baby showers and shit like that, right? You doing that and never putting yourself on the track, never recording yourself, never trying to apply yourself to actual music. God gave you a gift and you're not using it because you're trying to be too humble, thinking that you don't need to do something. And genuinely, you just wasting yours and the Lord's time. The Lord wants you to pour into yourself. You get what I'm saying? The
Damn.
the the Lord doesn't want you to see your blessing and then just look at it. The Lord is handing you your blessing right today. The second that you think about what your blessing is, that's when the Lord is handing you your blessing and saying, "Hey, listen, take this, do what you need to do with it. This is success for you." He's showing you the road to success, and I think a lot of times what ends up happening is you end up in a predicament where you're looking at it like, "Nah, I'm not better than this person. I'm not better than that person." You playing yourself too humble. You just as good as the Lord made you to be, and that's the best you can be, and that's really all that really matters. So don't be too humble, and understand that you really do have a gift that needs to be
It's
shown in
okay
the
to pop
world,
your stuff
and the world is ready to see. And like Jay said, pop your shit.
because God did it for you.
Pop your shit. You that guy. You that girl. You everything you think you are. Don't be too humble to understand that you everything that you think you are. Just trust in the Lord throughout everything you do. You get what I'm saying? What she said. Look, let me get to the point. I'm gonna get clipped for that. I'm gonna get clipped for that. I already know it's going down. I'm getting clipped for that. Bad.
It's okay. I joined you, bro. So we go down together.
Did you do it too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I actually
bad.
did it earlier.
That's bad because God did. You know what I'm saying? God did, baby. When they ain't
Hey,
believing you, God did, man. Keep being you. But no,
God
I feel.
did.
But for what other things? What other things did you learn last year?
Um, it was more so one big thing is take more risks. believe in myself and take more risks.
Facts.
That kind of falls back onto your the humbling. Um,
Don't Tito.
it was just one of those things where it's like so much stuff I wanted to do, so many things I wanted to tackle, and it's either A, I was too fearful of the unknown. I was too hesitant on what if it doesn't work instead of focusing more on but it's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Speaking into existence. You know what I'm saying? There is no plan B. And that's something that I definitely tiptoed around too much last year that I've slowed, like towards the end of the year, I started, embracing that, jumping on those things.
Mm.
So it's just like, I want to be able to be the best version of myself as possible.
Hey, look. Mel just said it. She said, "My current situation is
It's
not
not my
my
final
final
destination.
destination." You got to take
Right.
the risk to get there.
Right.
You got to take the risk to get there. If you play
Yeah.
safe your whole life, you get nowhere.
That is true. You know. So I'm definitely big on doing that this year. Um, and another thing, just loving myself more. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end, that's all we got.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And loving myself also equates to wanting to do better for myself. You know, stay on that grind, stay on that mission, stay true to me. All that is a part of that, my internal plan. So, that's a weight that I've thrown on my back and decided to run with it.
For sure.
You know, that's why, I get dressed up and stuff now more, going out, you know, instead of staying in the house and being like, it's just one of those days. No, I'm
Yeah.
going outside, going to
Yeah.
go have a nice dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go walk around the neighborhood, something. Just get out. Just
Yeah.
just enjoy life. So, that's one of my big things. But yeah.
That ain't too bad, yeah. That ain't too bad. I think I got one more.
What you got?
Oh, I got a text message. Let's hope it's not something crazy. Let me see.
No more pictures, bro.
It's more pictures.
Chill out, chill out, chill
I'm
out,
not gonna
chill
do
out.
that to you though. They're cooking you in the chat right now today. I don't know who's got vengeance on you today, but it's some crazy pics going on. This one got to
What
be ChatGPT.
what chat are you talking about,
You
bro?
got to be ChatGPT. It's bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's bad, bro. So listen, this is my last piece of advice that I'm gonna give from 2025 that I learned. Right, and I don't know if I want to explain it too much or if I just want to say what it is. Right,
Okay.
never never confuse. That's crazy. Never confuse patience with laziness.
Boy, that boy just shot me in the chest.
Never confuse patience with laziness. You know what I mean? Understand that we're all led to be patient, right? Through all things that happen, you always want to be patient. You always want to take your time. You never want to rush things, right? You always want to be patient. That's a fact, right? But don't let, oh, I'm being patient be the reason that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That
You get what I'm
part.
saying? Because there are many times where, like, you might wake up and be like, oh, I can go this, do this, and it'll help my goal, right? And then you'll be like, you'll bullshit around or whatever, and you'll have a little other stuff going on that might distract you mentally, right? To where you're not still locked in on that. And in that moment where you had a decision to either go out and do what you need to do or chill and not do that, you'd be like, nah, I'm going to be patient. It's going to come to me. That's not patience. You're being lazy. It's not being patient. Patience is when you working towards something and you haven't got that final cue that you want yet.
Right.
Patience is when you balling on the court, right? And you keep running around off ball, and you keep getting free and getting open and getting open and getting open, and you just waiting for somebody to pass you the ball so you can shoot. That's patience. Laziness is standing in the corner. You get what I'm saying?
Talk that talk.
It's a real big difference between Stephen Curry and your favorite spot up shooter. You get what I'm saying? One is patient and moves strategic. The other one is lazy. And on offense, they sit there in their corner and do nothing. Don't be the lazy guy. The lazy guy be paid a low paycheck. The lazy guy gets the 2-year contract. He doesn't get franchised. You get what I'm saying? The
That part.
patient guy who does something with it every time he gets a chance gets franchised. The patient guy gets the ad deals. The patient guy gets the sponsorship. The patient guy gets the wife he's looking for. The patient guy gets the success. You know what I'm saying? Right. Patience is when taking the time, right? So definitely take your time through things and make sure you focus because quality is more important than quantity. But if you're just acting meh, like you don't give a fuck about things, it's laziness. Never mix those two things. Never, ever,
Preach to
ever
that.
mix those two things. You know what I mean?
That's facts. Big facts.
Never mix those two things. You got one more, or you Gucci? You tell me.
I think I got everything I needed out.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna restart this.
Everything you broke it down better than I could.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking about this, man.
No, that's facts though. Yeah, it's. I feel like this year or last year put a lot of people within themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think we really a lot of people had to look in the mirror and not just stare at themselves in the mirror, but really look at themselves internally.
Right.
And and I hope everyone, you know, took those lessons and really make change going into 2026. It's like you said, patience, laziness, you know what I'm saying? That relationship with God, all that stuff ties into one. Tomorrow's not promised, so make sure, your relationship with the big man upstairs is right. Your relationship with yourself is right and righteous. The things you want to achieve in life, don't hesitate to chase for it.
For sure.
That gift that he's giving you, use it, because you never know when it's time to clock out.
That's a fact.
you know,
That's a
and
fact.
time is of the essence.
That's a fact. And
So,
don't waste a second of it.
right. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people we tend to get comfortable, you know, when we especially if we're at a point where we just got out of something that maybe had us at a low. So you're working your way up and you're like, you know what, this is nice. I feel safe here. Keep going.
For sure.
That was something that I myself had a problem with. I get to a certain safe space and be like, okay, it's cool to chill here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also not satisfied with where I'm at. And then I'm looking at myself upset because I don't like where I'm at.
Hmm.
But that's only on me for getting comfortable there and then realizing it's not truly where I want to be at. I got to
Mm.
keep going. But at the same time, because the same window, you got to appreciate where you've grown. Me personally, one thing that I've been big on, and this is for all my astrology people, for earth signs, mainly me being a Taurus, we always tend to look at us not doing good enough and beating ourselves up because we're not constantly working on something. When we do get that moment where it's kind of like you can chill, you just get this wave of uncertainty and like, unsatisfaction. And it's just like, I have to remember, I've also done great things last year. So be, you know, feel accomplished. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if you ain't all the way to your destination, you on your way.
For sure.
So that's one thing that I've been pushing myself for more so than ever now, where it's just like, enjoy the ride, enjoy the adventure, but just don't, stop, get stagnant. God does everything for a reason, and He gonna keep carrying you as long as you hold your hand out towards Him.
That part.
So
That
that's
part.
like my last little big thing, for myself.
Yep.
But yeah,
And everybody, not just
2026, dog.
the year that you had last year too. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I said just everybody pats on your back. He said I closed out 2025 people who I haven't heard from or don't support me by having a block and delete party. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes you gotta have a block party. I feel that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Um,
I had, woo,
you had one.
but all last summer, boy, I was just swipe, just cleaning out numbers. If I ain't talked to you in 30 to 60 days, swipe.
Sometimes you gotta be.
Especially if I was the last person to text or call, swipe.
Yeah.
Thanos snap.
You know what I'm
Gone.
saying? That's why I said sometimes you just gotta be Thanos, man. You gotta slap and get rid of half of your contacts and restart. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, I feel like for me, that was a little. The Thanos snap was too. It was too nice. I
Yeah.
was Kid Boo with it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Everybody in
I'm
the way.
dropping big death ball. Everybody was getting it, and you gonna know. Like I was the Thanos snap is too forgiving.
Nah, for sure. That's hilarious,
Like
man.
certain people, I was like, nah, you gotta feel this because I'm way too good of a person to be treated this way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can't be mad at people for doing them. I can't let people. I can't expect people to see the world the way I see it, and I can't be mad at them for not seeing it the way I see it. So I did a lot of exit stage left.
No, I feel
You
that.
know, the
But
person that
again,
I
that's
put
why I say
out,
you
I
gotta
can't expect
protect
them
your
to do the
peace, man.
same.
You gotta protect. I mean, that's the name of the podcast. You gotta protect your peace. What are we doing if we're not doing that? That's what we here for, baby.
That part,
That's what we here for, baby. If you're not protecting your peace,
inner peace is all you got.
that's all you got. But like I said, shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to you. Shout out to myself and shout out to God, man. We made it through last year. We all learned. I'm really glad to hear you guys in the comments because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, y'all are really onto something. You know what I'm saying? Don't second guess yourself for the stuff that you typed into the comments today or anything you heard us say or you might believe or you might have in the back of your mind. Listen to it. That voice in the back of your head is only trying to protect you, not hurt you. I promise you. I promise you. That voice in the back of your head is only trying to protect you, not hurt you. But we're gonna keep flying through. We got what, like 50 minutes left?
yes,
What you want to
sir.
talk about, man? You tell me. Whatever you want to talk about, you tell me. If you want me to put my ski mask on, I'll put my ski mask on.
We don't need the ski mask, brother.
Okay, okay. If you
Not
got to do
tonight.
it like that, okay, cool. Hey, cool.
But I feel like I kind of wanted to carry on something that we talked about last week because I know we ran out of time, right?
Yeah.
And it's something
I'll put it on.
related to that it's been on my shoulders in terms of like how we was talking about, for example, Gunna not being a trap artist to some people, right?
Right. He's not. But I'll let you talk.
Anyway,
I'll let you
I wanted to kind of broaden the horizon on certain categories that rappers are in, and certain things that rappers, celebrities, athletes do, and we tend to move the goalpost for acceptance.
Hmm. Now, what do you mean by that?
So, for example, right? General thing. Let's take mumble rap, right? We know majority of the world in hip hop, like true hip hop heads, hate mumble rap. I personally hate the term mumble rap altogether. 'Cause I feel like there's no such thing as mumble rap, but that's just me.
I
We
think that might
tend
have
to
fallen by the
change
ladies.
for certain people
Yeah.
in a sense that we accept them as rappers once they die.
You said we accept them as what? I just took my headphones on. I could not have heard you right.
We tend to accept certain rappers that are classified mumble rapper, or people who get shunned early in their career or throughout their career until they die.
Hmm. And then you feel like what happens then?
A lot of people switch up, or it shows the ignorance of a lot of people that you really didn't listen to this artist.
Right.
You only went off of what maybe you seen on a couple TikToks or a couple Instagram reels or that one song that you heard on the radio that they're famous for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now they passed away, and a lot of their core fan groups are sharing their more lyrical songs, their more better structured verses. And now you're like, you know what? Bro wasn't that bad.
So are you speaking on? So let me ask you: are you more so speaking on people who like feel like an artist is a certain type of person and might not listen to him because of a certain way, and then they die
Facts.
and they like it, or are you talking about just not finding an artist until they pass away? Because I'll say I was like that with Nipsey Hussle. I didn't know who Nipsey Hussle really was. I heard him in songs before, but I really didn't know how legit he was until he passed away. When he passed away, I ain't gonna lie, I went albums back, right? Now I will say I went albums back and started listening to what the stuff that he was making. I'm talking about back in like the mid 2000s, back when people really
Hmm.
didn't know who he was, and I was like, damn, this dude's been nice for a long time. So are you talking about that, or are you talking about like me saying, oh, this artist is a loser, this dude makes terrible music, and then they die and I'm switching up? Is that what you're saying?
More so the second part.
Okay. Who do you feel like people did that for? If you can give me
But
an
it's
example.
mainly because a lot of people didn't tap in with that artist. It's kind of like part of your first take, but
Yep.
then also part on the second. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, for example, right? And I'm gonna use this one not in a more lyrical sense,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was just because how he came out into the rap game, a lot of people looked at him in a way where it was like it sounds cool, but bro ain't really on nothing.
Who?
Take off. Remember how much hate the Migos got when they first came into the rap game. Now, for all the trap lovers and everybody that's underground hip hop and street Atlanta and all that, we're not talking about y'all. We talking about the people that like only listen to Common, listen to
Comments.
KRS-One. They grew up on OGs. Like they
Yeah.
looking at Bone Thugs and Harmony. They looking at
He talk
Jay
about
Z and
Logic.
Nas.
If he would have said Logic, I would have died, bro.
Who would have said Logic?
He talk about. I thought she was about to say Logic.
Oh no, 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 no.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna take my stance on it right now, and I'm gonna get clipped, and I don't care. And he's gonna hate our show forever. Logic is mid as fuck, bro. He's always gonna be mid. I've listened to his arsenal. He's fucking mid, bro. I'm not being convinced otherwise. And when he passes away, I'm sorry for his passing. He's still gonna be mid, bro. Not gonna lie. But I do feel like you're right about Takeoff. I feel like a lot of people, when he first passed away, I feel like a lot of people. Let's go back, like you said. Let's go back like Hannah Montana,
that's
right?
what I'm saying.
Like you said, they were calling them mumble rappers at that point.
They were literally the pioneers of mumble rap. They were the face of mumble rap. Whenever you talked about mumble rap, it was the Migos.
They did have a unique sound. You reading
And
the
that's why they did it, because it was the sound. It was unnatural to the normal ear, in the hip hop scene.
They were really one of the most trendy. Now I'll say this, right? And I just went to a Bone Thugs and Harmony concert, right? The Migos were the most trendy hip hop boy group ever. You get what I'm saying? Like the sound that they had with all of them together, right? There were people going out as individual artists like Rich Homie Quan, famous Dex at the time. Plenty of artists, especially Atlanta artists, right? That were
Yeah.
trying to mimic the sound of three people because it sounded so
Skipper the
similar.
Flipper, all them, and I think he was their security guard.
You get what I'm saying? Skipper was definitely trying to sound like them. It was so many artists at that time that were like that mimicked them. You get what I'm saying? Tito said, "I want to get on." Listen, you can get in on it, Tito. You can tell me exactly how you feel about it. I'm gonna be honest. I think that there were a lot of people when the Migos first came out, right?
That part.
That were saying, "Oh, this group is really mid. This group is actually just mumble rappers. They're gonna be one hit wonders when they made shit like Hannah Montana, right? That they were too ghetto, they weren't going anywhere, and all this, right?" Then for the sound of Atlanta in that moment to all sound like the Migos, back to back to back to back to back. Whether it was this, whether it was that, everybody sounded to me. Everybody sounded like they wanted to be the Migos. You get what I'm saying? And I felt like really when it came to it, he said they was hating because they was different. I do feel like they was hating because they was different. I think when the Migos came out, well, first of all, I'll say that when the Migos came out, there was nobody doing the boy group thing. You get what I'm saying? There was nobody rapping like that. It was only people with a feature, and features felt so separated at the time. When the Migos came out, it more so was like they were all different in their own way, right? I'm gonna tell you how I saw it. When I saw the Migos, I saw Takeoff being the best rapper. I saw Offset having amazing verses that kept you lit, right? And I saw Quavo having a great voice that did amazing on hooks, right?
That part.
Have y'all been? Of course, I've been to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I've been to Atlanta a
Yeah.
few times, for sure. And I've been to Atlanta in many places. I've been real deal like Bankhead. I've been everywhere in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? I've driven all around the hoods, seen what it's like. Been to studios in Atlanta. Like I've seen Atlanta. Atlanta is really interesting because it's almost like a factory. Even though it's a city, when it comes to like their music industry, it's almost like a factory that's like pushing out copy and paste versions of people. You get what I'm saying? Like like they just said on Instagram, right? When the Migos came out, it felt like every artist, even artists that were already out, right? I
Mm-hmm.
can pull up a Future song right now. Like if that's really what you want, you get what I'm saying? I can pull up a Future song right now that sounds just like the Migos in what 2013, 2014, the years when they were the fucking hottest. Everybody
Yeah.
wanted to sound like them, even people that had made it. But like you said, the crazy part is, even though all these people were copying them, there was this big narrative that they were mumble rappers. Go back to that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So you said that there was a big narrative where they felt like they were mumble rappers, right?
Yeah, bro. It's just you know as well as I know the backlash that specifically Atlanta rap got during those times. I mean, we could take it a step further, and I'm only going to say the names, and we're not going to dig that deep into it.
Facts, David.
But you got people like Ski Mask. You have people like Denzel. I wouldn't really say that they was calling him a mumble rapper, but because he came out around that time, he was
2016.
overlooked because of his appearance.
That 2016
Um,
freshman class. That's what it was for
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Uzi, 21, Yachty, that whole era, it was just like everybody looked at all them SoundCloud, mumble rappers, all that. If you came up from SoundCloud and you was peak SoundCloud era, you were now in the lane of mumble rapper,
for sure.
whether you liked it or not. Most hip hop heads did not even give you a chance,
I do
just
respect.
just based on your appearance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then looking at some of their earlier songs and their earlier projects, you know, it's tending to our generation of listeners, whereas you had the people 5, 10 years our senior, and it was like, what is this?
right.
Because it's not typical boom bap.
Yeah,
But then every last one of these dudes done hopped on an old school beat, and they give y'all something, and they're like, "Oh, I ain't know bro was like that." You know what I'm saying? Or they die, and now you find the old YouTube clip of them freestyling, and these dudes out here spitting bars better than some of your favorite OGs.
Juice.
Juice. You know what I'm
Juice.
saying? I will die on this hill that Juice is like literally top three best freestyler. Don't care.
You said three.
Yeah. You can put him, you put him at number one. I ain't put in no specific order, but I say he's top three.
I'm standing on that.
I believe that.
Put some respect on his name.
You're right, big dog. You're right.
Put some respect on his name.
You're right.
But no, they all were different, but I do respect them all too, like you said. But I think what you saying, Jay. I think the problem is that I think a lot of people, when it comes to exploring music, right? They like explore a new artist that, like you said, you might hear him on Instagram. You might hear him on his podcast, and you might be like,
Right.
"Oh, what artist is that?" And you hear them from one song, right? I think a lot of people don't realize that music is the same day as everyday life, right?
Facts.
If somebody met you, right, and got to experience you for 5 minutes, right, and judge everything in your life based on that 5 minutes, right, they probably wouldn't be successful on anything you do in life or know anything about you, right? I
Right.
never try to judge an artist off of one song. That's a lie. I try my best
I'm
not
guilty of it too.
fully
You know.
commit away from an artist. That's what I'm saying. I try my best not to fully commit to the thought process of knowing an artist and their artistry, just based on one piece of content, right? That's just like like one podcast isn't gonna be me. You know, on Saturdays, if you watch Snatched and Savage, right? One episode is not going to describe the entire Snatched and Savage lifestyle. It's not going
Definitely
to
like the go-go.
establish every go-go band. And it's not going to do that. You got to watch multiple episodes. You got to get into it. You got to understand what he's talking about, why he's talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like Instagram said, I think TikTokification, which is a crazy word that I never had heard of, has kind of ruined everything, right?
Oh
Because it's
yeah.
like it's destroyed the ADHD fans, right? Everybody who's like a quick hitter, and then you have this thought process and belief in music. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think TikTok kind of has. How do I say it? I think TikTok has nerfed music a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
I think because of TikTok, there's little to no substance in most of the music that people make now, because they're thinking about is virality. You get what I'm saying? So like it'll be like it'll be like 52 bars of bullshit, right? And then it'll be a la 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 hook, and then it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, get this bitch nigga out the door, right? And some goofy ass shit like that'll go viral on TikTok, right? And now this dude's a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a TikTok famous star because he said anything on the track and just release it. You get what I'm saying? They say anything on a track and just release it. And one little 4 second clip is like a fucking 7 year old like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, kick that bitch thing out the door. You know what I'm saying? And that's TikTok.
That's it. It's a
And,
wrap.
and now I'm viral off of that. But then the trick B, that same artist, right, will release that song on some troll shit and get known for it. And you never know that they really have a whole bag of real deal music behind them, because you're just judging them off the little bullshit that's on social media. You know
You
what
know
I'm
who's kind of caught up in that? Who I
saying?
feel like doesn't get enough recognition.
I'm probably getting clipped. I knew I was getting clipped. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you getting clipped on that one.
I knew I was getting clipped. I'm sorry.
But yeah, one rapper who I feel like I'm not gonna say he's like super great, but he does have potential, and I feel like he's overlooked because his song blew up on TikTok.
Who?
Mike Dimes. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel like that's true.
Like, so I've actually heard his other music before I heard the song that blew up on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I've heard him do features with other people, and it didn't kick until it was like, you know, a little bit later where I was like, oh shit, that's the same dude that I don't need no beatbox. Get your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that song. I was like, I didn't really pay attention to it.
yeah, because it's elementary.
Yeah, you know
So,
what I'm saying? Because every song that I was hearing, or every time I heard the song, it was relative to a car video. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So I was just like, okay, it's just good roller music. But then hearing some of his other stuff, and I was like, oh crap, bro, actually kind of legit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reed. Oh yeah,
Is
I
he?
already shouted you out, bro, with the One Piece hat, boy. That's what you get for being late, boy. Shout out to you though.
Can we
That boy
zoom
make
in
all
on
that.
that? Let me see that hat, man. Can we zoom in on
Hold on. We gotta spin it back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Sheesh.
My boy did that. All this custom patching. That's on him.
So everything totally
Diverse era on IG. Follow that boy. Um,
diverse air. I'm about to go
I'll
follow.
put it in. I'll put it in the chat.
Mods, can we put that in the chat, please? Diverse
Or
air.
hey, bro, drop your stuff in the comments, bro.
Drop everybody.
Drop yourself in the shout yourself out.
Free promo. Everybody shut yourself. Free promo.
But yeah, I feel like he's actually one of those people that got caught up in that. And shoot, what's the white boy Tommy? You know, I ain't never represent, baby. You do you want when I get like he's another one who's actually a good person, but he got destroyed by TikTok.
I ain't gonna lie. Have you really listened to his work,
I listened to some of it.
bro? That nigga's nice.
That's what I'm saying.
And he's from fucking Virginia. I didn't even know that, bro.
Not see that I didn't know.
He's from Virginia, bro. He's from here.
But it sucks because I've seen like clips of him being out. He want to do something else or do another song, but everyone be like, "Hey, sing the song."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like now you're stuck in this box. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you can have all the great stuff in the world, but you're stuck in this box for this one trendy song, and that's the vibe that people want when they hear you. So when you show like your more creative work, everyone's just like, "That's cool," but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's just like it sucks that you get put in that category. But yeah, I mean that's just falls back to like how the SoundCloud era was when rappers was coming out between 2014 and 2017. It was kind of like by that time the rest of hip hop was like we not listening to anybody that comes out around this time. Like unless you was getting shouted out by one of the OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like no one really cared what you was doing. So, and I feel like that also, kind of put a dent in rap overall to why we're at where we're at now because of those moments where people that actually had talent was only getting some type of buzz if they did a social media trend song.
Right. What you mean?
Or people that wasn't even really rappers for real decided to become rappers during COVID, not gonna say no names, and now they're here where they're at and they putting out mid.
You should say you had a chance right there to recreate that fucking the Kanye West meme. When he was like, and there was an attorney there. And I'm not gonna say what the attorney was. It was. You should.
Nah. We can clip that too. But yeah, man, I just hip hop just got oversaturated by so many people that was just like, I need to make money.
For sure.
I think COVID itself just had people doing anything that somehow made money. Because during COVID, it really was social media that was going to be your way out. Besides essential workers.
Yeah, besides.
Or people that was investing, people that took over the trucking. The trucking agency is absolute trash. That's another topic. I'm not even gonna get into that. But you know what I'm saying?
Too, though.
It was just like a lot of lanes that people that didn't even really have a passion for this just kind of went in there and just screwed everything up. Because you had to do what you had to do to make money and hold your family down. I get it. Stimulus checks wasn't shit. We wasn't getting them on the regular. You know what I'm saying? I never seen so many people on my friends list and my followers list become rappers or singers.
And look, I also think during COVID, like what Dedrick said was a big problem. I think that I think that a lot of people at the time really had nothing, and people were putting everything together to flex totally as one. You know what I mean? Like you
Right.
wouldn't have nothing but $5,000 to your name, but if you get a group of dudes with $5,000, now everybody got $25,000.
Right.
Now everybody know how to do forex. Now everybody know how to rap. Now everybody's a content creator. That's just like,
Everybody got PPP loans.
you know what I'm saying? So boom, like I'm gonna put y'all onto some game that y'all might not have known, right? And it's kind of too late, right? I wish I would have known this 5 years ago. I really would have put everybody on the game, right? So in Atlanta, what they were doing when they was getting those PPP loans, right? They was getting those PPP loans, right? And they were taking them and they were buying cars, buying whatever they wanted to buy, right? And then they were putting themselves in business as a content creator, or they had been in business as a content creator, right? So essentially, their business was creation of content. So as long as
Right.
they took videos of whatever they were doing, the PPP loan was legal. You get what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
facts. And I'm not saying people didn't do it right. Plenty of
Yeah.
people did.
But listen, if I would have known that that was the game back then, I would have just done that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get any of it. You know what I'm saying? He talk about God would have. You know what I mean? And I think that's what I feared too when the PPP loans came out. I didn't want to be the guy. I didn't want to be the guy that like had to do fucking 10, 15 years for $20,000. I mean, I just could make more than that outside of jail, so I didn't think it made sense.
Right.
But like you said, I think during COVID, I think a lot of people hopped into the rap game for no reason and got famous for no reason. I think a lot of people took it as the option to be able to go to the studios that they probably couldn't afford beforehand. I think a lot of people use it on gear, texture, you know what I'm saying? Shit
Right.
like that, and it boosted their head and the thing. Bro, I can't tell you how many rappers there were. Shit, I mean, in my fucking neighborhood during COVID. You get what I'm saying? I can't
Hmm.
tell you how many rappers there were in my city during COVID. The only big rapper from my city, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck. The only big rapper from the city that I'm from is Gunu. But I promise you, there were 100 rappers here in the city. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said, "Bro, please don't pay shit. You're not making nothing on stream." Well, I will kind of beg to differ off of the making money on streams thing, and I'm not gonna bring the
Streaming
car.
was paying very good before COVID.
It was. It
YouTube,
was.
everybody, like all the car content creators, that definitely got oversaturated. But car YouTubes, people was making good money on, streamers, Twitch and all that stuff was paying very well before COVID.
That's true. That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Everything went to hell when at post COVID. It was just so oversaturated that there was like, yeah, we ain't paying all y'all all this money.
So let me go back to something that you said earlier, right?
Hmm.
Because you didn't necessarily finish it, right? You gave me takeoff, and I agree with you on the takeoff thing. I think that when he left, I think he got his flowers way too late. I think that takeoff for a long time was the best lyricist to come. I mean, and listen, you can clip me if you want to. You can tell me I'm wrong if you think I'm wrong. But there was a long time where Takeoff was really one of the best lyricists to come out of Atlanta. If not top one, he was top two. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm talking
No
about
facts.
I'm talking about at the time that he was rapping, there weren't too many people rapping those circles around Takeoff. I think
Mm-mm.
that he was kind of. I think with his thing, he was kind of just overshadowed by the fact that the other two members had more clout and used their aura on a different perspective.
So Offset and Quavo were better with their songs.
Right. As far as like hype and lyrics.
Takeoff was just the guy that was like, give me the beat and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it showed that balance between the three individually when they all did their solo projects.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or the fact that, hey, let's be real. That time when they was all dropping their stuff, what Quavo had Honcho Jack with Travis.
That was a great
Offset
album.
did Without Warning, what with Future and Metro Boomin.
That was a Great album.
Takeoff was the only one that was like, I'm going solo, and he gave us The Last Rocket.
He gave us The Last Rocket, which was probably one of the greatest albums he could have ever done.
I mean, like he showed like, bro, I can do this by myself if I want to. But at the same time, he's like,
yeah,
you need me to drop bars and show y'all I can really rap for real and give y'all structure. I got you.
I think Dedrick just said something that made sense. When it came to Takeoff more than the other two, you can tell that he genuinely he just who said I'm left off bad and bougie. You could tell he genuinely just.
Oh yeah, he was offended. that boy, ever since then, that boy rapped like he was left off bad and bougie.
You can tell he just loved to do what he wanted to do. You can tell that. So watch this. Here's my thought process. I think in his own lane, right? If Takeoff was still alive now and he had a chance to be able to go solo, right? Now, obviously, none of us know because he's not, unfortunately, right? If Takeoff was still alive and he had a chance to really go solo and really invest in his music career, right? I think we would be putting him in a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar category. And that sounds crazy, but I genuinely think so. I don't think that he necessarily raps like them, but I don't believe that Kendrick raps like Cole. So I think that
I would say in terms of like hood culture rap, he's definitely Kendrick J. Cole level.
Or here's a better bet. You would have been looking at him and J.I.B. as the best lyricists to come out of Atlanta.
I can rock with that.
Last week when we was talking about the best lyricists of the year, we just voted J.I.B. the best lyricist of the year. I don't know if y'all know that if he was here last week. I'm telling you, J.I.B. is that guy. If you don't,
J.I.B. is the best lyricist out of Atlanta. He's one of the biggest artists to this day. I don't care.
If Takeoff was alive and did another, because this probably would have been around the time. If it wasn't this year, it probably would have been last year. He would have dropped another solo album. Because the first solo album was a while back. He was.
But remember, literally right after he passed, or right before he passed, they had just did Neff and Few, him and Quavo.
For sure, they did do Neff and Few.
And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, that was a time where they was like, Quavo was letting Takeoff just do him. You know what I'm saying? Takeoff was doing features and stuff. He did the Jim Jones, Who Set the Trends. He had that with the Migos, and then Takeoff was on a remix. He was on DJ Khaled's album on God Did. That boy, he took off with The Party. That song right there is where I was like, bro, if people don't put this man on the list right now, something's wrong. Between that and their last Migos freestyle when they did on 106, Power 106.
So let me ask you, right? Because I know we went down this Takeoff road, right?
Right.
How the hell does Takeoff relate to you saying that you still think that? Well, let me ask y'all first of all, and I ain't gonna say I don't care what y'all say, but I'm sticking to my roots, bro. What makes you think that Gunna is a trap artist, though? I still don't get that part. What makes you think that Gunna? He doesn't rap about the trap.
All right, ask yourself this question, right? What is trap music? What is trap music in your opinion?
To me?
Yeah.
Let me look up the year. Let me look up the year. And I'm gonna show y'all. Trap music 2000.
You talking about T.I.?
I'm talking about 2003. This is trap music.
So T.I., okay. I hate you so much.
2003.
So money roll, cars and clothes. That's how my partners roll.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Look at the hat clock to the side. That's trap music.
Okay.
Move your hat like this. Right. Put your hat like this, bro. Clip this, please, somebody.
No, run it back.
I got you. Let's see if we can get this clip.
I feel like it's only right. It's only right.
Real trap artist.
Real trap artist, bro. Right there.
Listen, bro. For me, trap music is really talking about. I mean, so we all know what the trap is, right? So you're not asking that, right?
No.
I think trap music is music that describes what's been going around in the trap. I think it's talking about scales. I think it's talking about, or let me not say it like that, right? I think it's talking about benches. I think it's talking about elbows. I think it's talking about soft. I think it's talking about up and down. I think it's talking about hard. I think it's talking about all of that. And here goes the Gucci Man talk, but I'm not going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But right, I just reset him back to young Jit when he put the hat to the side. Did you see that? That nigga just reset, bro. But I think that trap music genuinely is artists that have experienced that, right? That rap about that culture, rap about what goes on around that culture. And I don't see Gunna. So for me, I think that Gunna, I will say that Gunna is like a lean artist, right? Which is lean part of the trap? Maybe, but if you want to just use lean, right, and be like, oh, if they talk about lean, then they part of the trap. Then I mean, at this point, nigga, Young Gravy was talking about lean. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about Lil Dicky was talking about lean. I'm talking about Lil Yachty was talking about lean. And none of these artists are trap artists. You get what I'm saying?
But did any of them talk about even being around a trap? Is the question.
Who?
Any of the three people you just mentioned?
Who? Like Gravy, Lil Yachty,
Yeah, that's what I'm
stuff?
saying. And because none of them have ever specifically
Nah.
hinted around being around trap life or being around drug deal. Well, I mean,
Nigga,
Yachty, yeah.
Gunna hasn't been around no trap, bro. Gunna
Whether that's
hasn't been
factual or
around no
not, but
trap.
his music says otherwise.
What bar? Give me one Gunna bar where he says he's been
Bro, we
around.
literally just played one song where he was talking about his niggas that was out there serving and all that other shit, bro. He literally says that.
Listen to what you just said, right? His niggas is out there serving.
Right.
What the fuck is he doing?
The nigga was there. I don't know. I
That
wasn't
nigga
there.
didn't say he was there. That nigga didn't even say he was there.
But okay, so also look at this though. When people talk about trap, you know what I'm saying? Because you had points where you was talking about, okay, boom, selling, doing whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
But also they was talking about the flex and the way that they flip the money and how they move it with that trap money and the shit that they doing. It's all flex after that. So at what point do we ignore the stuff that he was doing, even with his earlier projects with Lil Baby?
Listen,
Was
bro.
he not on that type of time?
Listen, bro.
Even saying the same stuff that Baby, are we considering Baby trap?
Can you hear me?
I hear you, because I can look.
Listen.
Is Lil Baby trap?
Listen. Martha, right? Martha Stewart knows how to work a
Bro,
scale
we're not
better than
going to
Gunna.
sit here and do this. I'm not doing this right now,
Martha Stewart knows how to work a scale better than Gunna. He's not a
bruh.
top artist, bro. Get that shit.
Martha,
Martha Stewart knows how to work a scale better than Gunna. He's not a trap artist. He doesn't know
that's
anything.
wicked. But her scale was different though.
He doesn't know a thing, bro. He doesn't know shit like.
Oh my god.
He doesn't know shit like. Martha Stewart is better trapper than fucking Gunna, but come on, buddy.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna. So what I will give to you, right? Now you did say this, right? And I will give it to you. I do think that there's a lane of artists that's like, okay, when they get that money, they do this, do this, do that. But to me, I don't think that Gunna has ever genuinely made money, right, from illegally selling narcotics. If you want to know the federal way to say it, right? I believe that.
I don't think it would be wise to prove that right now anyway.
No. I mean, bruh. I mean, it's the internet. Everybody knows what's real and what's not, right? But I do think that Ti, Jeezy, Gucci Man, possibly Future, Thug, artists like that. I believe Lil Baby. I believe that those artists, when they first came into the game, I mean, as much as you hear stories about Atlanta, I'm sure that everybody has heard Atlanta stories about when these people are coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lil Baby, everybody says that when Lil Baby first came into the rap game, he really was, you know what I'm saying? He was a trapper for real. He didn't want to rap. His man told him to get on the mic. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
When T.I. got into the rap game, he invested himself off of trap money. Gucci did the same. Jeezy
Jeezy.
did, Jeezy did the same. They was both thugging, beefing real hard in the streets. Niggas really got, come on, bro. Niggas really got smoked off their beef in the streets. They really
Smoking on Poogie Low.
That's crazy, bro. That nigga chose sides instantly. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's really trap rap. I feel like what Gunna makes is like this, like, and I hate just to say it like this. I think he just makes this really like slithery, slimy style music, right?
So you think it's just flex music? It's just drip music?
I really think the thing is that it's 440. If you know what that means, it's not 432. So I'm gonna just put y'all onto some game real quick in case y'all don't know. Dedrick might know because he's a musician. So in 2016, the music industry uh, changed the standard of production from 432 to 440 hertz. Right? 432 promotes relaxation and calmness. 440 promotes chaos and violence.
Right.
Right? I think 440 sounds really, really good on Gunna's voice, right? I think 440 really, really sounds good with his beats because they're dark and menacing. I think that the reason he blew up is because 440 really matches him. But genuinely, I don't feel like Gunna is a trap artist because I feel like when I ask everybody that I know from Atlanta about Gunna, Baby, Thug, everything like that, like, I ain't gonna hold you. If you go to Atlanta right now and ask the niggas in the street about Thug, they gonna tell you Thug really nigga Thug deserved to be in jail. From the streets, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
I mean, no, it's not funny, but people really was like, bro, Thugger was like that. Like his name, the nigga wearing dresses and doing shit is a facade.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga deserves to be in jail. Lil Baby is really what he says. From what people tell me, you know, I mean, all this is word of mouth, right? I've never heard anybody in Atlanta be like, yeah, Gunna really like that, bro. Never. Never have I heard. I don't, here's my thing. And I feel like also, right, that's why Gunna did what he did. And this is ironically off topic, right? I feel like the reason that Gunna did what he did and didn't know what he knew is because he's not a trap rapper. Because I'm going to tell you
He's not
something.
a trap nigga.
At all. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you some good shit that every nigga knows that's in the streets, right? Every nigga that's in the streets has been through a period of life, right? Where you see a nigga that go to jail, rat, get out too fast, right? What be the first thing a nigga say when he get out of jail after he rat and get home fast? He'd be like, oh, I didn't even know they was trying to say that. Oh, they tricked me. Oh, it was this, it was that. Nigga, they gave you Popeyes. You was hungry. That's all it was. You ratted. It's all the same. He came out of jail and said the same thing. Oh, I didn't know what the prosecutors were saying. You
So
telling
you
me
basically saying that Gunna is Trey from Boys in the Hood.
damn near,
He said, "Doe, let me out."
damn near. All I'm saying is, I think so. Here's my thing, right? I believe that Gunna is an amazing artist. I believe that Gunna probably had one of the best runs of any Atlanta rapper in the past 2, 3, 4 years since he got out of jail. He's dropped 3 albums since he got out of jail. They've all been crazy. I'll give that to him, right? I believe that a lot of people are saying that he's a trap rapper because he's affiliated
associated
with YSL, right? Because he grew up in Atlanta and because he raps about drugs. Let me tell you something. Every drug addict, everybody who does drugs doesn't make them a dope dealer. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I think Gunna takes drugs. Like, I mean, maybe not no more. I don't think he on that no more. I think now he on like this clean body wave, workout every day, which is good for him. You know what I'm saying? Not to disrespect that. But I think that when he was a designer drug rapper before, I think that he just enticed into drugs and he rapped about the drugs he enticed.
So you don't think that man ever sold any drugs, any narcotics?
I think he bought. I think he was a buyer. I don't think he was a seller. I think he was a buyer.
Okay.
Genuinely, I think he was a buyer. I think Gunna seems like the type of dude. He's got a lot of money. I mean, you got to think about it. The second he really, like, have you went and watched the podcast with Big Bank and Young Thug, where he
Yeah.
said the whole whoop de doo thing or whatever
Yeah.
like that. So when Thug was talking about that podcast, when Thug was talking about his relationship with Gunna, right? Gunna was a lame for real. Like, not in like the worst way possible, but in comparison to what we talking about, Gunna really was kind of like a lame for real, right? And Young Thug knew Gunna's father. So everything
So you think
happened.
all that was true? Everything that he was telling with that story was true at that time?
I mean, I'm just believing what I heard. I haven't heard anything that said that wasn't. You get what I'm
Well, I was
saying?
gonna say the only reason why I feel like that could be backed up is because I forgot who it was that's also with YSL. Uh, who is it?
Was it Woody?
Not Woody.
Woody was talking a lot during this situation. That's all I was asking about Woody.
But it was either him or it's one other. I can't think of his name. But when
Was
they
he?
introduced Baby and Gunna to Thugger, and Thugger was like, "Here's what we gonna do." I do remember.
Is it Duke?
Nah,
Yacht Gotti?
wanna no.
Wanna?
I can't think of his
Listen,
name right now.
sunshine.
But long story short, he was basically saying, "Oh, well, Gunna don't want to be associated around that no more. Like him coming in as an artist, he didn't want to be
Oh yeah, I
known
did.
for that.
I did see that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't remember who it was that was telling that story.
It was Lil Duke. That's what I thought.
It was Duke. Okay, but he was basically saying the same thing. Like, yeah, like they both came up from that environment. I guess Baby was deeper in the trenches than Gunna was, but it was more so like Gunna was like, yeah, that's not what I want to be known for anymore. So because he told that story, I'm thinking, okay, Jit obviously was in that lifestyle at some point. He may not have been no top dog. He wasn't out here moving heavy. You know what I'm saying? But he obviously was in that realm.
Right.
He could have been, a front runner. He could have been a middleman. He could have been, Jit out here selling dime bags for real. He wasn't moving nothing crazy,
Right.
but he's still part of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? If I go around for the next 5 years selling Nick bags and I'm making money off of it, am I not a trap nigga?
Nah, you're not.
I'm not. Even
Nah.
if I don't ran up thousands of dollars, billion, 100K off this. Like, granted, I'm getting packs, but I'm only selling in small portions.
I ain't gonna lie. This is an independent thought process, and the people who know me are gonna know why I believe
I
this.
mean, I know why you say that. I'm not,
I,
what I'm
I
saying.
think
This is for the sake of conversation, though.
I think if you don't, I think real trappers step up.
That's fair.
I think fake trappers. I think
Or
that
the
makes
ones
it.
that hide and stay on the radar.
I think what you just said, right?
Hmm.
I think what you just said describes a hustler. I think somebody that nickels and dimes, right? Nickels and
Okay,
dime.
I
Well, really,
respect
it's
that.
like nowadays it's like Katie Vick. Like people that nickel dime it on soft or Katie Vick on gas or whatever, right? I think the people that do that are hustlers.
Fair
I think
enough.
they out here trying to get it. I think they out here trying to make some money. I think the difference between a standard hustler and a real deal trapper, right, is that you start taking those real federal risks for what it's worth.
Okay, I respect that.
I think the difference between a hustler, I think a hustler, right? I think the people you gonna catch on the corner, right, at the gas
Those are
station,
hustlers.
when you walking out and they be like, woo, 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 I got this, I got this. I think those hustlers, I think they out here hustling. They really try and get it. I think somebody that's real deal trapping, to me, that word individually just means you're really taking a bigger risk. I think trapping is the difference between traveling with 2 or 3 ounces to traveling with 2 or 3 pounds in your bag. You get what I'm saying?
So the hustlers is just the guys out there selling water bottles for real on the street corner.
You get what I'm saying? They trying to make through to life.
Right. They just trying to get by for the next day and make enough money to pay a couple bills.
You get what I'm
Whereas trap
saying?
dudes, they trying to move in a way where that shit set up for generations.
Listen, you said it earlier with your goal, right? I think a trapper is the man that really take the risk.
I respect that.
I mean, I'm only saying it because here, right now, everywhere is different, right? Here in DC, right? If I get caught in the city, I'm talking about Capitol Hill, right? I'm talking about if I'm in DC, in Capitol Hill, the feds walk up on me, right? They search my pocket. I got a KB in my pocket, right? A 3.5 for people that don't know, right? An 8, right? They're gonna give it back to me, right? If they walk up on me and I got a half in my pocket, right? They're gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, this is a little lot," and I'm gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm going to a party. I'm going to this. I'm going to that." They go put it back in my pocket. A hustler can have a half in his pocket. A hustler can have a zip in his pocket, an ounce in his pocket. A trapper is gonna have a bag on.
We going federal.
You get what I'm saying? A trapper is gonna probably kick it because they know what's in that bag and they like.
You got that duffel.
You get what I'm saying? A hustler can get searched and seized and not go to jail because he just out there hustling nickel and diamond. This ain't even worth taking you to court for. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Watch this. This is a better word, right? I think a trapper can get a trafficking charge. You get what I'm saying? I think that that's the big difference. I think that if you hustling, you probably got a zip in your pocket. You might have 2 zips. You're probably making decent money, a couple hundred a day. I think that's good.
So you saying the trappers just got their foot in every and anything that brings money in, no matter the risk, and they just like fuck it, it's gonna work.
Man, all I'm saying is if the feds bag a real deal trapper, they not hitting him with possession of narcotics. They're hitting him with drug trafficking.
Rico.
You get what I'm saying? Real trappers get hit with drug trafficking. They don't get hit with possession of narcotics. Possession of narcotics can be anybody random off the street. You get what I'm saying? You get hit with real deal drug trafficking, then yeah, you probably, you know what I'm saying? Either you a real deal trapper or you a fucking mule. And I think a mule is more of a trapper than motherfucking gun. But that's kind of all of our time for the day. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy.
That boy's talking.
That's all of our time for the day. If y'all think I'm wrong, hey, I don't
know. I'm gonna give it to you.
you.
I was reaching. I was just saying, you know, niggas like to move the goalpost, bro. That's all I was saying.
Now, here's what I will say about what you said, right? I do think that Gunna preaches to the trap. And
Thank you, Black Beauty. Black beautiful butterfly.
I think that he preaches to the trap. But like I said, that's all we got in the show for today. Appreciate you, Mel B, for coming in. Like I said, y'all, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
You can drop it down the link if you want to. I want to say it's like 8 o'clock in the morning that she's on 8:30, 9 o'clock. Man, just go check out Lux Radio. You'll see her on there for sure.
You'll see everything you need to see on Lux Radio. Shout out to everybody.
Tomorrow, Snatch and Savage is going to be here on Lux Radio, so definitely tune in. If you're here on YouTube, tune in. If you're here on Facebook, for sure. Shout out to everybody that showed up on Instagram and the Instagram live chat today.
Everybody that interacted, too. We appreciate y'all wholeheartedly.
Shout out to all of you guys for making it to another year, and definitely shout out to all of you guys for understanding what happened to you last year. Does not change how great you can be in this one. Other than that, I'm Tay. This is Jay. Mel B is on Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Peace.
We gone.
Something happen. I made dreams come true. I don't need nobody clapping for me, I'm netting, I already know. I show you how to cut off distractions, get to a fraction, hustle and move. I don't need much, fuck with relax. You never hear me say it's nothing to do. They don't like how I'm talking about stacking, up my bracket, cuffing these blues. I don't like how they walk around acting, judging my actions, fuck them, it's cool. Money talk, keep my mind off the past, the hurt and the bad, the shit I've been through. But I'm still keeping smoking the stash and drink with no glass for helping my mood. I keep taking the hits on bruise. If you hate, you gon' hate, I don't lose. I go way out of state for the views. They come back to the H and I cruise. Making sure people straight up new. Make the table and pay for the food. Niggas say won't do something to who. I'm just saying I'll be waiting on the news. And I'm down the boss regardless of losses. God knows I took a few. And I take a few more of them too. Just to make sure the fam never do. And on time off, time cost. Spending day paying my due. I've been changing the things I pursue. Stay the same if you want, I done grew. Yeah, I done turned to a baller. Real shot caller. Might get 20-inch blades and go swinging and polish. I don't look for no praise, I just look for that guala. Got $1 million for $1 million in followers. I don't speak number commas, I don't fuck with no drama. Rent a crib for my mama, get whatever she want. I'ma handle the problems, I'ma take care of all of them. I'ma laugh to the bank, help me deal with my trauma. I'ma laugh to the bank.